But I got news for him. January 20th, the greatest president in my lifetime is going to walk into the Oval Office and take this country back. People die on the border every day. Women are sex trafficked in this country every day. That's why I'm pissed off.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Boris. Glad to see you again. We're going to talk about Tom Homan today. And Tom Homan have been making waves in the news lately because of his speech at the America Fest in Phoenix, Arizona. And trust me, he had a lot to say. Let's get into it.
So look, if I offend anybody today, I don't care. Some of the media says I'm offensive. I'm okay with that. If I get to live in their minds rent-free, that's kind of cool. Hey, look, for the last 3.5 years, I wake up every morning pissed off about what this administration did. It's the most secure border in my lifetime. I've worked for 6 presidents, starting with Ronald Reagan. And every president I worked for took steps to secure the border because they understood you can't have strong national security if you don't have border security. We didn't know who's coming in, what's coming in, where it's coming in. No one was better than President Trump. He was one badass president who secured the border at unprecedented levels. Illegal immigration at a 45-year low. Illegal immigration down 83 to 90%. Extraordinary work. Joe Biden.
That's something you will never know. Because, hey, legacy media is not going to give Trump any props for anything that he have done. Now, the thing is, this time he's talking about, I didn't care for Trump either. I was still on the Democrat plantation. So I was oblivious to it. Hey.
Biden is the first president in history of this nation who came into office and unsecured a border on purpose. Not by mismanagement, not by incompetence. They unsecured a border by design. The first day I smiled when President Trump won this election. I woke up the next morning, I was happy. I smiled for the first time in a long time. Then I got angry again. Because even though they lost the election, they're still moving thousands of illegal aliens in this country every day. CBP-1 app's still running. They're selling pieces of the border wall, for God's sakes, that you, the American taxpayers, paid for at a hefty price, and now we got to buy it again. There is no smooth transition. They're going to destroy this country up to the last day they're in the Oval Office. But I got news for him. January 20th, the greatest president in my lifetime is going to walk into the Oval Office and take this country back.
Now, the Democrat open door policy they have with the border, they don't understand it has a ripple effect. They open the border to accommodate all these illegal migrants, right? But they have so much other nefarious things happening behind the scenes. Children getting trafficked. Women getting trafficked. Children and women getting raped and trafficked. People dying on their journey because they said, I'm going to let you in. So they all try the journey and die. Die like accidents, things of that nature, and or by the criminal cartel. And they say they are for the people. They got to be nuts. Psst.
President Trump called me a few Fridays ago and says, okay, you've been bitching about the border for 4 years. You want to come fix it? I said, absolutely. I'm back. I got to learn how to retire. This is the second time I got to retire to come back for this president. But I love this president because he loves this country. I love this president because he wants to secure the border. I love this president because securing the border saves lives. What Joe Biden did by unsecuring the border is this. Sex trafficking, up over 600%. No suspected terrorists, people on the terrorist watch list, well over 300 apprehended. President Trump, in 4 years, we had 13. We ended catch release. Joe
That's some great
Biden's released at
numbers
least
right there.
8 million
13.
illegal aliens in this
That's
country in violation of federal law. And I said it before, for the millions of illegal aliens that have been released in this country in violation of federal law, you're going home, and Tom Homan's going to make sure that happens.
He's like the boogeyman.
Think about this for a moment, what they did. They created the biggest national security vulnerability this nation's ever seen. I already said they arrested over 300 people on the terrorist watch list. But there's over 2 million known gotaways. Why did 2 million people pay more to get away? Why didn't they pay less to be turned over to the Border Patrol,
Exactly.
be released within 24 hours, get a free airline ticket to the city of their choice, get a free hotel room at $500 a night, get 3 square meals a day, get free medical attention, and get work authorization within 120 days? Why did they pay more not to take advantage of this free giveaway program? Because they didn't want to be vetted. They didn't want to be fingerprinted. These are your gang members. These are the ones carrying fentanyl across the border. And these are people from terrorist-related countries. After 9/11, we created all these databases. You got the FBI screening database. You got the DOD intel database. You got the visa security program, which stopped thousands of people from getting a visa to come to the United States like the terrorists of 9/11 did. So we vet them now, and we vet through the process. You don't get a visa if we find derogatory information in your background. But what terrorist today is going to put himself in a position to ask for a visa or ask for an airline ticket when he can simply go to Mexico and be a part of that 2 million getaway?
Right.
I don't know how many terrorists cross this border under Joe Biden, but someday we're going to find out.
See, that's the thing. Recently, that lady got burned up on a train by an illegal migrant, right? Who was deported in 2018 by the Trump administration, and he just miraculously ends back up in America. Now, this is what I'm saying now. This deportation process, why does it seem that these people, their country don't keep them in jail either? When they deport them, what do they do actually? They take them back to their country or city or whatever and just dump them on the street? Or do they give them back to officials, the police or whatever, to put them in jail? Like, how does it work? Does it work across the board for everybody? The regular migrant or the criminal migrant, they just get dumped into a town and just left there? Or they put the regular immigrant back into the town and the criminal element, they put him in a jail? How does it work? That's something I got to look into, because it's weird that these guys get convicted for crimes in America, sent back to their country, and they end up right back here again. That's weird. They gotta work that out, because it's strange, real strange.
I don't know how many terrorists cross this border under Joe Biden, but someday we're going to find out. And it's going to be a bad day for America. When that happens, we're going to have one badass president in the White House, and that's Donald Trump, who's going to make sure we respond appropriately. People always ask me why I take this so seriously, and people say, Tom Homan's a racist, Tom Homan's a national. Say whatever you want. I don't give a shit. Why do I care? I care because I stood in the back of a tractor trailer with 19 dead aliens that suffocated and baked to death, including a 5-year-old little boy that died in his father's arms. Throughout my career, I've seen tragedies, I've held dying children. I've seen dead aliens on the trail. I've talked to little girls as young as 9 years old that were raped multiple times by criminal cartels. They're animals. When you look into a little girl's eyes, 9 years old, and who had adults take everything innocent and pure from her, you look in those eyes, and those eyes have no life in them. Her life will never be the same. That's what pisses me off, because President Trump had us locked down. He had it locked down. And this administration came in and unlocked it. People die on the border every day. Women are sex trafficked in this country every day. That's why I'm pissed off. And that's why the best day of my life was President Trump getting reelected to save lives. A secure border saves lives. It isn't rocket science. I get fired up all over again.
Calm down, Homan. Calm down. Keep that energy for January.
You Trump! Trump! Trump!
Don't chant my name. Chant Trump's name.
That's right. President Trump's going to make this country safe again.
Amen.
President Trump's going to make our border great again. President Trump's going to decrease illegal migrant crime at unprecedented rates because out of the gate, day one, we're going to focus on public safety threats and national security threats. They're first. They're coming first. And Trenda Agua, your days are numbered. My gang's bigger than your gang. And we're going to take you out of the country. We're going to port you out of here.
See, and that's the thing. Just can't understand why these blue cities, democratically ran, Democratic mayors, Democratic governors, why are they shielding this? Some of them are straight up shielding migrant deportations, period. That's the law-abiding migrants and the criminal migrants. Criminal migrants in the jail, criminal migrants in the communities, they just refuse to budge, refuse to. Boy, don't understand it, man. Can't.
Who do you think you are, coming to the greatest nation on earth and victimizing Americans in this country? Your days are numbered. You're number one on the list. MS-13, you're right behind them. To the sanctuary cities who want to attack me every day so you can put roadblocks up, you're not going to assist us. Shame on you.
Yep.
Shame on any elected representative, any congressman, council person, any mayor, any governor who don't want to remove public safety threats from your community and they're here illegally. That is your number one responsibility, is protect your communities. So if you're not going to do it, President Trump and ICE will.
Yep.
The mayor of Chicago, not a real bright guy, says Tom Homan isn't welcome in Chicago. Well, guess where Tom Homan's going to be day one? Chicago, Illinois. You don't want me there? Come get me.
This guy Trump tapped in. He's like a dog with a bone, man. Remember this guy from Breaking Bad? Hank. He remind me of Hank. Yo, dog with a bone, dog with a bone. Chicago, he coming. He said day one, Chicago. So all right, day two, maybe New York, maybe Denver. Denver bugging. Yeah, Denver out there, they bugging. And yeah, they need some act right. They need Tom Homan over there to shake up things and, get them back into looking after the people. That's what they need. They need him over there for these officials to get off their high horse and off their soapbox and look out for the people. Let me say it this way. The American people. So this is another one. As usual, I say I love y'all. And see y'all in the next one. Peace.